Beautiful Gemini peeps, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Am for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-November 2021 tarot reading. I hope you guys are well, and if so, let me know down in the comments down below. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome, and if not, it's not your message. And if you want to check out my official social medias, you're more than welcome to. All that information is going to be linked down in the description below. So Gemini, welcome on in. Real quick guys, I just want to give you a quick update. If you hear a lot of stuff going on outside, there are people that are just blowing down the leaves down the street and basically doing like street cleanups. So if you hear that, it can get a little noisy. My apologies in advance. So let's see what we got going on. Starting off with your current energies for mid-November, Gemini. Let's see what we got going on. What current energies are rolling in here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their mid-November 2021. What current energies do we got coming in here for Team Gemini? Messages for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their mid-November 2021. Let's go ahead and have a look. We got here an Empress. I like that. Could be connecting with a Libra for a few of you. Moving forward from that, we got here the Seven of Cups, and we got here the King of Swords. So, Seven of Cups, Empress, King of Swords. I feel like you're having a little bit of confusion in mid-November of who really am I? Who is the person that I want to become? And I think the King of Swords is kind of talking about like this, not necessarily like you have been fake or anything, Gemini, because I'm not sitting here trying to say you're fake, but I do feel like you've had this armor you've worn for quite some time. This layer of protection to where nobody could attack you, nobody can hurt you, because at the end of the day, you just don't give a fuck. I feel like you've very much so been in the energy of I just don't care. Like somebody says something mean to you, okay, F you. Somebody says something mean to you, okay, I don't care. But like you do care though. You feel me, Gemini? It's like that energy where you've worn so much armor and you've taken so much crap from other people and you said that you don't care. You said that it doesn't hurt, but it hurts. And in mid-November, with that Seven of Cups to the Empress, it's almost like you've worn that armor for so long that you've forgotten that it's okay to realize that certain things in life hurt. Certain situations that happen to you hurt, and it's okay to feel that instead of push it away. Because I feel like your armor was there to protect you in really tough times, but it's gotten to the point where it's like, it's okay now to take off your armor. You're not in battle, you're not in war. It's okay to feel some shit. It's okay to be upset about certain things that happen. It's okay to go through the experience of being a little more vulnerable, you know? Let's go ahead over here and clarify this King of Swords. Why do we got the King of Swords here for Gemini? And what do we got? We got here Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been very, very good at protecting yourself for so long. You've been very good at pushing people away before they can come hurt you. You've been very good at pushing individuals away who could potentially hurt you. But now it's kind of like, damn, well, I'm realizing that that kind of also makes me feel really lonely. You know? Especially pushing away everybody and not letting people in, it could be a very lonely kind of feeling. Let's go ahead and clarify the Seven of Cups. What kind of confusion here is Gemini experiencing? And we got here the Ten of Wands. It's like, well, I've done everything in my power that I could to protect myself, so why am I feeling so burdened? Why am I feeling so alone? Why am I feeling so hurt when all I've ever done was just try to protect myself from all the individuals in the world who are not that great and not so kind? Let's clarify the Empress. Why do we got the Empress here? And what do we got? We got here the Ace of Swords, and we got here the Wheel of Fortune. I think the Empress card is you guys stepping into some truth here in mid-November and kind of realizing, well, all this time that I've spent protecting myself was also a lot of time spent pushing people away who could have potentially been really healthy for me, who could have potentially been really good for me. And I think that that's the massive realization that you're starting to have. You're realizing that just because you wore your armor for so long, and just because you did successfully push away some crappy people, doesn't mean that you didn't push away good people too. It doesn't mean that you didn't push away good opportunities too, because chances are you did. Because when you're wearing your armor and you're pushing away anything that tries to get close, that means not only are you pushing away bad stuff, but you're pushing away the good stuff too. And that is kind of the realization of, wow, I've missed out on certain opportunities that could have been good for me. And in a way, I'm now starting to see how lonely I am and how lonely I feel because I haven't let anything in. And I think that that's the massive realization, and that's the call for growth and change here this month in the second half of November. So that's going to be your growth and change here. It's like, well, I don't want to be alone anymore. I don't want to push everything away from me, because some of the stuff that did come towards me could have potentially been very good. You know? Let's go ahead and take a look here and see what you're dealing with in mid-November, Gemini. So what is Gemini going to be dealing with in mid-November? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their mid-November 2021. What are they going to be dealing with? We got here the Sun card, the Ten of Pentacles, and we got here the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So what you really want to assert into your life is abundance. You want to assert abundance into your life. You want to assert happiness into your life. You want stability, fulfillment. You want good people in your life, Gemini. Okay? So that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with the fact of, I do want to have good friends. I do want to have good relationships. I do want to have close bonds with people and have a good time. I see everybody going out, having fun with their friends. I see everybody going out, having a good time. And I've always been, or at least for some time now, I've been very vulnerable and scared to let people get close. And I'm looking at other people enjoying the closeness and the bonds that they have with other individuals in their life. And I fucking want that for myself, is what I think you're feeling here in mid-November. So what you're dealing with is wanting it all. Wanting close relationships, wanting to bond with people, wanting good vibes. You really want that for you. But how could you have gotten that for you when you were wearing that armor for so long and pushing away anything that got into your path? Because when you were wearing your armor, anything was a threat to you. So even the good stuff was a threat to you because you didn't give it a chance to see if it was good or not. You feel me? Alright, Gemini, let's take a look here and see where things are going to be going for you in mid-November. Where are things going to be going for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-November 2021. Where are things going to be going for Gemini? We got here the Fool card, we got here the Page of Wands, we got here the Ten of Swords, and we got here the Four of Wands. So you want to take your armor off now, the Fool card. You want to uncover. You want to venture out into the unknown. You want to take a risk. You want to take a leap of faith, because Page of Wands over here, you're interested now in forming relationships with people. You don't feel like being lonely anymore. I don't want to be on my own anymore. I want to get to know people. I want to take off my armor, and I want to have stability, and I want to have love. You know, fourth house energy over here with that Four of Wands. It's like, I want the close family. I want the close relationships. I want love in my life. I want to have fun. I don't feel like being on my own. And it's totally understandable. And I totally understand where you're coming from too. You know, when you originally did put your armor on, because everybody at some point in their life tends to do it. You get hurt too bad to the point where you say, you know what, I'm not going to trust another living soul ever again. I'm better off on my own. I'm fine being by myself. And then time passes, and everything that comes your way, you push it away. And unwillingly and unknowingly, you may push away good stuff too when you're in that place. And then you start to realize, damn, I don't feel like I have any sort of fun people to connect with or any cool things to do. I just feel lonely. And then when you get to that lonely feeling, you kind of realize maybe it was serving me to wear my armor when bad things were happening and crappy people were in my life, but it didn't serve me to wear it all this time, because eventually good things potentially came my way that I basically pushed away because I was scared to get hurt. So that's why there's nothing wrong with tapping into your vulnerability, guys, because vulnerability is what really forms the deepest bonds and connections with people. And that's inevitably what we all crave. We all crave to be deeply connected to people and to have such wonderful relationships with them. And the only way to really get to that, the key to get to that, is going to be your vulnerability and having to trust another person and being open with another person and getting to know them and letting them get to know you. So in mid-November, it's like, I do want to take my armor off right now, but it sucks because it's like I got to start from scratch now. This is a foreign feeling. I've been so used to just blocking out everyone and everything, and now that I have to be open and vulnerable, it's unsettling. It's not the usual for me, you know? So that's what I'm seeing here in regards to where things are going. Let's take a look and pull two more cards in regards to where things are going for Gemini. We got here the Page of Cups, and we got here the Seven of Pentacles. You're going to try, which is good. Page of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. You're going to try to be vulnerable. You're going to try to invest in other people. You're going to be doing your best, and I think you will be successful here in mid-November. By the way, Geminis, I hope you guys know that throughout this entire reading, I'm not, under any circumstances, intending to put any of you guys down for wearing your armor for as long as you did. Because I'm trying to say, essentially, I understand you. I get it wholeheartedly. I've had moments in my life where I've been burned so bad by people to the point where I wore my armor for years and I pushed away everything especially some of the greatest things that I deeply, deeply regret. And I know what that feels like, and that's why I'm trying to like advocate for you guys here in mid-November to take that armor off, because when I started becoming more of a vulnerable person, sure, it would suck when people would fuck me over, sure, it would suck when I would get hurt, but by remaining open, that allowed me to form the best bonds and relationships with people in my life. The key in life is just to remain open. If you get hurt and you get burned, okay, screw that person. Don't give them another chance to be in your life. But always remain open, because you never know. The next person that comes into your life can be so significant and so amazing. And if you push them away without even getting to know them, it may be a really deep regret, you know? So coming into mid-November, you're really trying here. You're saying to yourself, I don't want to feel lonely anymore. I want to be successful. I want to be vulnerable. And even though it's a bit of a weird feeling, I do see you dedicating to it, which is really good. All right? Alright, let's go ahead over here. Oh, we actually had 3 cards come out before I even got into the next part of the reading. What do we got? We got here a King of Wands, a 7 of Swords, and a 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, see, the thing about wearing your armor is, like, at first it seems nice to just be by yourself, to protect yourself, to do your own thing, to be independent. But as time goes on, you start to realize that you're missing out on things. You're missing out on good times with friends. You're missing out on good times in love. You're missing out on good times in general when you're always pushing people away. Like, you start to have that realization of, man, this isn't what it's made out to be. At first, wearing my armor and blocking out everything from possibly, potentially being able to hurt me sounds like such a great idea. But when there's no longer a threat around, you're pushing away all the good stuff too. All right? Let's see if there are any sort of dire or important messages that Gemini needs to hear coming into the mid-month. Are there going to be any dire or important messages that Gemini needs to hear? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-November 2021. We got here the King of Cups. We got here the Page of Swords. And we got here the 9 of Wands followed up with the 3 of Cups. Embrace your flaws is what I'm hearing for you, Gemini. Embrace your flaws. It's okay that it feels weird getting back into being vulnerable. It's okay that you're uncomfortable with being vulnerable. I mean, universe here is saying, get comfortable with being uncomfortable this month, okay? Don't be afraid to show your battle scars. Don't be afraid when you're forming connections with people to be vulnerable and say, hey, look, like, I feel incredibly vulnerable right now. Trying to, you know, form this connection and be open, because I haven't been for a long time and I'm trying my best. You know, like, tell people that shit. Own that shit, Gemini. Like, for example, let's say if you're trying to make more friends, like, let your homies know, hey, as we're, you know, getting deeper and opening up to one another more, I just want to let you know it makes me uncomfortable, but I'm doing my best to be more open because I've been so closed off for so long and I want to be open. And I just want you to know that it's not an easy thing for me to do, but I'm trying. It's like, own that battle scar, own that vulnerability, and let people know that. Same thing in love. Like, if you're scared to be vulnerable in love with people, let's say you're talking to somebody and you're trying to get to know them, let them know that, hey, like, it makes me fucking scared as shit to be vulnerable, but I'm giving it a chance here. I'm really giving it a try. So I hope that you can appreciate that and hope that you can be patient with me. You know, owning what is hurting you, owning your feelings is really going to help a lot too in being vulnerable and also in establishing connections with people, okay? Now we also have here the King of Cups and we have here the Page of Swords. So King of Cups, Page of Swords, kind of the same thing I talked about here with the 3 of Cups to the 9 of Wands. Just don't be afraid to speak what's on your mind, Gemini. Don't be afraid to speak from the heart either. It's okay to tell people what you're dealing with emotionally and what you're feeling emotionally, because that's the key to being vulnerable. It's about being an open book, you know? So don't be afraid to share your feelings with other people, because that also helps create a better bond between the two of you. All right? All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and take a look at the outcome here for mid-November 2021. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-November 2021. And what do we got? We got here the 6 of Cups. And you know what I like about the 6 of Cups? It's not always a card that represents the past or something like that. It's a card that represents acceptance. And I think that with the 6 of Cups here, it's really nice for you because you guys are coming to an acceptance again of being vulnerable. 2 of Swords, you're doing it because it's now your choice. You guys are having the choice to be vulnerable. Temperance at the card, or Temperance card at the bottom of the deck. This is healing for you as well. So looking at the outcome that's present for mid-November, you are choosing to accept this. You're choosing to accept being vulnerable. And you're also accepting how healing it is and how freeing and how liberating it feels to finally take that armor off. It's like, man, being vulnerable feels better than I thought. It's uncomfortable as fuck, but it's also deep. It's also really enjoyable for some reason. There's something very sensual about it. There's something really awesome about it. So you're going to be forming more deeper bonds and deeper connections with the people that you're talking to and that you're connecting with through mid-November now, because you're open. You know, you're no longer keeping yourself closed off. And in a way, it's a very liberating feeling. It's about removing the chain, you know? When you were feeling closed off, imagine yourself as the devil card. You were tied and bound by these chains, but now you're taking the chains off and you feel free. Alright? So Gemini, I like that a lot for you. And like I said, guys, by no means necessary is my intention to put any of you down for wearing your armor as long as you did, because I've been in so many situations like that where I've done that. I just wanted you guys to kind of see the point, though, that, you know, wearing your armor for so long can even push away the great things that comes your way too. Like, if you stay totally closed off, you'll push away, I'm sure, some shitty people, but you'll also push away some good people too. And you won't even be aware of it because you're not giving anybody the chance or the time of day. So Geminis, I feel like you came to that conclusion of, I'm so tired of feeling this loneliness type of energy. I'm so tired of pushing everything away. I want to have that connection again. I crave it. And in order to do that, it's going to have to be you tapping into your vulnerability and remaining open and getting to know people and putting yourself out there and just owning your vulnerability and owning your feelings and not giving a fuck, you know? You gotta not let people put you down for having feelings and put you down for owning who you are. If you own who you are, you're a badass person, Gemini. So remember this, okay? There is more strength in vulnerability than hiding your feelings, 110%. So you're strong and you got this, all right? All right, Geminis, I love you all so much, man. If this message resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. If it doesn't resonate, no worries, guys. It's not your message. There will be tons more messages in the future, but if it does, let me know. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. But yeah, I feel like this second half of the month is going to be a really good turnaround for you. I really do feel here that you're going to feel super free and super liberated tapping into your vulnerability, and you're going to be excited to see how deep your bonds really come out in the future with the types of people you connect with, okay? All right, Gemini, I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of mid-November, and I will catch you guys in your next video. Much love, Gemini, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.